one of the areas that we found more seniors were taking advantage of than any other was transportation. So we went out searching for honest used car salesmen.
Is that an oxymoron?
We searched high and low. But I'm very, very pleased to introduce the owner of Sterling Motors, Mitch Freilich.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to address everybody. Many of you I've spoke with before, spoke in front of before, and I do appreciate that. To start with, I'd like to just say that I am a licensed, bonded, and insured used car dealer in the state of Florida. What that means to you is dealing with me, I've got a license that I need to protect in order to stay in business. So I do the best I can do to make sure that everything is legitimate, legal, and protected for your protection as well as my own. Bonded means if for some reason I do not fulfill my responsibility to file for titles, tags, I take your money and don't give you something in return, you can go against my bond, collect your money, get whatever real property is yours back, and then I go to jail. I don't do well in orange. And so with that being said, I suggest that if you do go out and you buy a used vehicle and or new vehicle from somebody, you really need to protect yourself a little bit. Unfortunately, people don't always tell the truth. And as I've said before, I don't know anybody that has gone to jail for lying unless it was perjury. So when you meet this car salesman and he's your new best friend and he tells you all these stories about the car, protect yourself. Know for a fact. Ask for backup documentation. There are things on the market that consumers use like Carfax. That's relatively accurate, but as with Zillow, as our realtors know, is not always accurate. So Carfax is not the best way to go. I always suggest that every car dealer, new, used, whatever the case is, knows what an auto check is. It's not advertised, but it is the only recognized vehicle history report in the industry. Carfax is not recognized by the industry. So I suggest you ask for an auto check. Learn a little bit about the car. Don't assume anything. When they say the car has been through the shop, it may have. It came in the back door, went out the front door, and it's been through the shop. Nobody ever looked at it. So ask if you could take a car somewhere to get it checked out. Have a third party look at it. Make sure that it is what you expect it to be. Nobody likes surprises that aren't happy and nice surprises at the end. So do your due diligence and do that. Now, how do you protect yourself when you're dealing in a market that you're not very familiar with? I suggest that you either contact somebody that can help you and give you the correct information about what you're looking at. There are many people like myself who will work for you pretty much for free. People call me all the time and ask me for advice, and I give it to them. So I suggest you seek out somebody, a third party, to help. I also have represented people at new car dealers trying to buy a car, and I could do that for people, and there are other people in the industry that would do that. We at least are speaking the same language. An individual isn't. So I caution everybody that a car is the second most expensive thing you're ever going to buy. A house is first. You don't run out and buy a house without having professionals help you, guide you through the process. So you shouldn't really spend almost as much money as some houses used to cost to run out and buy a car to later find that it's not going to fill your needs. And I do see this happening a lot. Be careful with your trade-ins. The dealer will tell you most anything to get that car as a trade-in because he could then sell this car and he will make more money selling your used car and not give you the value of your car. So know the values before. Don't go on the internet, start searching and find your values. That's really not going to give you the right answer because that's consumer-oriented information and it's not very accurate. Again, like Zillow, they say your house is worth so much and the real estate professional goes in and says it's really not. It's either worth more or less, but don't believe what you see with Kelley Blue Book. Don't believe NADA book. Do some other research. And I always say there are people like myself in the business that you can go to, excuse me, that would help you and guide you through the trade-in process, give you accurate information on what your car is worth, perhaps even offer to buy it. There's big companies like CarMax that will give you a figure of what your car is worth, and that's a real figure because the difference between Kelley Blue Book and CarMax is if you agree with selling your car to CarMax, whether it's a good figure or a bad figure, they will actually write you the check and keep your car. Mr. Kelley, who owns Kelley Blue Book, has never bought a car other than for himself. So when he tells you it's worth X amount of dollars, don't take that as the truth. Seek out other help. People are taken advantage of more in this industry than I've seen in any other industry because this is an industry where we grew up buying cars. We knew how to buy a car. We knew how to sell a car. But it's not always the right way. Legally, you should give somebody a bill of sale. And when you give that bill of sale, Florida has a perfect bill of sale on the internet. You could download it, fill it out, and it will tell you of your rights and it will tell you the consumer's rights. Never sell your car to somebody, whether you know them or not, and let them drive off with a deal with your tag on there. A car dealer will not do that. We always take your tag off and give it to you. If the dealer doesn't do that, report him because it's illegal for me to drive off with a car I just bought with your tag on it. I have to, by law, put my tag on. So when you sell your car, if you sell it, make sure that you have a bill of sale, make sure that you keep your tag, and make sure that you sell this as is. Because if you don't, and you imply that there's a warranty, and your friend that just bought the car goes home, and on the way home the transmission goes bad, you now have a problem. It can wind up not being a very pretty problem, and you lose your car and your friend. So I caution you to use a very simple form, and all these forms are available on the internet, and just have it filled out that you're buying it as is. That pretty much will help you when you go to buy and sell a car. There's a lot more information I could give somebody, and you're welcome to call me at any time. I'll be more than happy to help anybody, walk them through some of the procedures to save themselves future aggravation. Another thing that is very, very prominent in this area are car accidents. There's a lot of car accidents. So there is something that most people are not aware of. It's called the diminished value of a vehicle. The diminished value, very simply said, is when you are the victim of the accident. You were hit by somebody else. It was not your fault. You're entitled to the loss of value of your vehicle. It's going to be worth less money because if you put your car next to another car that has not been in an accident, the one that hasn't been in an accident is going to retrieve more money than the one that was. So very simple. If your car has been hit, you're entitled to the loss of value between what it was prior to the accident and what it's worth after the accident. Now, the insurance company, as most of us know, including healthcare, is not our friend. The insurance company is not your friend. They're not there to give you money. The insurance industry, as most of us are aware of, takes your money and invests it. And the longer they can hold your money, the more money they're going to make, and they do not like to pay anything before they absolutely have to. So it's cheaper for an insurance company to stall, use tactics that are not ethical. I'll be the first to say they're not ethical. They'll put these roadblocks in front of you to make you not want to go after your diminished value. But it is your money. The only way to collect that money is you need an appraisal to show what the car was worth prior to the accident and a professional opinion of what the car was worth after the accident. That is your diminished value, and that is what you go after with the insurance company. Now, like I said, they will keep your money. If you think of how much money an insurance company has, and every day how much money it's earning, if they could stall paying everybody $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and you compound that amount of money, they're making an enormous amount of money on not paying you. They know they'll eventually pay you, but they make more money holding your money and make it difficult to collect. So I suggest that if you have had an accident, a few things. One, before accepting the vehicle, I strongly advise you to find somebody that you can have go look at the vehicle before you take it from the body shop. When you take the vehicle from the body shop, and now you find out that not only was your vehicle diminished because of the accident, it's diminished even more because of the quality of repair, you've got a problem. And now you're not going to be able to collect as much because of the quality of the repair because you accepted delivery. So I personally have been involved in a situation where I went to pick the car up 5 times. Finally, they had to ship the car from Leesburg to Ocala to have it worked on because they couldn't get it acceptable to me in Leesburg. Had a layman gone to pick the car up, I guarantee you that that car, the quality of the repair, would have been worth $3,000 to $4,000 less, and you would not know it because you accepted delivery and the quality of the repair now diminished it almost as much, if not more, than the accident because it was a poorly done job. So I caution everybody that before accepting a car from a body shop, you have some third party, and there are plenty of people out there that you could contract to go look at the quality of the repair. And in that way you will know when you do accept it that at least you're getting a car back that meets the standards of what it should, and it will not be diminished as much because you do have a quality repair. So with that said, I know there's a lot to think about, but basically boiling all of this down, if you have an accident, it's not your fault. You're entitled to the diminished value because your car is worth less money because of the accident. Consult somebody to make sure before you accept the repair from the shop that it's done properly. And always, always remember that it's your money. It's not the insurance company's money. It is your money that you're entitled to, and you're doing nothing wrong by going and asking for them to compensate you for that diminished value. So with that said, I appreciate everybody's time. Feel free to contact me if I could help anybody at any point with the purchase, sale, or diminished value of their vehicles. Thank you all very much.